Recording this a few days later than I'd planned, but I'm going to talk about my monthly musings for the month of April 2019. So thanks for tuning in to watch the video. So this is the video that replaced my year of no spending videos, because that, as I mentioned before, just felt a bit hypocritical, kind of being focused on that. But I will start off by, hopefully as motivation to all of us. I continue to try and be more considerate with my spending. In April things have gone kind of according to plan. I have been able to continue to pay a little bit more of my mortgage, so overpay my mortgage a little bit. Continue to have some quite high vet bills though, because my dog continues to not be too well, but hopefully the pet insurance is going to start kicking in to help pay for some of that. But in general, other costs have been planned or expected, and the only thing that I've treated myself to, I didn't need it for sure, but I think it's going to bring me joy hopefully, is I bought this GoPro Hero 7 Black camera. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video about this because I think that you guys probably already know about it because it's been out for a while. I might share something, but I continue to want to do more videos from within a car or on a bike or what have you, and the stabilization that this camera has and its small form factor I think will be kind of perfect to help make those videos both look and work better. And GoPro had a deal on where it was, I think, £50 off, and I got a free card, which is why I bought it. I continue to have quite a long list of things that I plan to do videos on, and I'm just kind of struggling sometimes to find the time to kind of do these, because I tend to do the videos kind of in the evening, so kind of after 11 o'clock and in between 1 o'clock in the morning is when I tend to do most of my recording, so after kind of work and family stuff. So the list continues to pile up, but and I'll talk about that in a little minute, because hopefully you guys can give me some feedback if those videos would be interesting. But this is, I guess, just some of the things that I plan to talk about. So I've got some of these MPAL wireless headphones, which are supposed to be pretty good, but they're really affordable as well. I think they're like £20. I've got those, so I want to make an effort to try and get fitter again, so try and find an appetite for running, even though I pretty much hate running, but on the rower and going out on my bike and that sort of thing. Also, now the weather's starting to get better, I've still got some videos around astronomy and my telescope kit that I want to kind of do more on. And I've got a couple of things that I bought not long after Christmas that still need some time to play with. One of them is a Telrad red dot finder, which should hopefully be really good, as well as this camera, so I can use it for planetary imaging and streaming video and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. One of the other things that I did purchase, which I'm not sure if it's going to bring me joy yet, it's either going to be incredibly motivational or highly depressing, is I bought this thing called a Lumetric Time. You can see it here. It's basically an overpriced yet kind of funky looking digital clock, but it has app features in it that people can either develop themselves, or there's obviously already quite a large app ecosystem that you can utilize. So I've got mine set up, and this is really my primary purpose, is to track current subscribers to the channel. So every time someone subscribes or unsubscribes, I get a sound and a notification on here. So hopefully when we do some more live streaming videos, I plan to try and always have this on there so we can see kind of how things are working and how things are reacting. So if it continues to grow well and subscriptions continue to go high, I'm sure I'll be really happy. If it's get lots of people unsubscribing, then maybe it'll be depressive and I'll do something else with it. But you can set it up so it does weather and radio and countdown timers and Twitter and Twitch and Instagram and all these different things, obviously, or make your own. So I might look at that in the future as well. But it's pretty smart. So it obviously connects to the internet, that's how it uses the radio. It's got two kind of small speakers in there as well. So it's just like a little Bluetooth speaker system. It does require constant power though, it doesn't have a battery in it, which is a little bit of a shame. I hoped it could charge itself up a little bit, but I think it looks pretty cool. So in terms of other kind of videos that I plan to do, ages ago now I got this Tamiya kind of beach buggy radio controlled car. You might remember it from the 80s, so it's a bit of nostalgia, so I wanted to share that with you. Still want to do some more videos around the Evolve Carbon GT electric skateboard that I've got. That actually recently stopped working, so I was halfway through making an update video on that where the battery basically died. So that's currently back with Evolve, and they've literally just told me that it's going to cost me £150 to replace that battery. So I'm actually going to wait until next week, decide what I'm going to do with that, because Evolve have some new products coming out, and I'm hoping that it's a new battery, which may be a better purchase. But I've also been holding off on that because I mentioned in the live stream that the engine in my Lotus Evora recently stopped working. So that's been with Lotus for a month now, but yesterday they did confirm to me that they would be footing the bill to repair and get that back, which is fantastic. It's the best news I've had all year, which is now why I'm thinking I can afford to replace or get that battery repaired. It's not a replacement, I'm going to replace a couple of cells in it to be able to get that up and running again. I got some plans for when the weather's a bit better with the Twizy to try and increase cooling and performance a little bit. Talk a little bit also about the drones and stuff that I have. So finally trying to make some time to fly my drones again. I'm also deciding I'm going to give away one of my drones to one of you guys or girls. So I've got it's a clone DJI 450 quadcopter. I don't really fly it very much, so it's not bringing me joy. So hopefully it will bring you guys some joy, or one of you some joy. So it's got everything except for a battery charger. So I'm going to do a separate video for that giveaway. Continuing to try and find more time to get back into virtual reality. So some of you may or may not be interested in that. So I plan to try and do some more videos. I've been sent a few games in the past and I've just struggled to get round to doing that, to try and find more time for that. And you know, there's lots of new products coming out that I'm not sure I'm going to buy, because I'm not sure how much value or joy I will get from them in terms of the VR stuff, but it continues to be of interest. As I mentioned before, quite a few things related to astronomy and telescope stuff that I'm interested in doing as well. Also talking more about my Tesla and the autopilot system and the continued updates that gets. I'm quite excited to find out when the Model Y goes on sale as well and how much that's going to cost. So I recently did the Model 3 video. I think the Model 3 and the Model Y probably make the most sense for the UK and European market based on how big they are. But obviously there continues to be some frustration from potential buyers due to the cost. I'll do a little bit about that. Also, as part of some of my clearing out stuff, I've realised I still have my CB radios. One of them I bought brand new in 1995 and only used for about 6 months due to some stuff that was going on right then. So I plan to get some of those working again and find out, you know, do people still use CB radios? So I thought that might be quite a nice nostalgia video. Also some more videos on solar stuff, so helping people potentially calculate what your solar house needs may be, as well as understanding a little bit how some of the advanced modes work on a Tesla Powerwall 2, so you can kind of better understand what it is doing, what it's supposed to be doing. And also a video on this kind of Lotus experience that I've had recently, because I've been fortunate that my Lotus Evora 400 is my 4th Lotus I've had over the last 20 years, I think it must be, something like that, or 15, 20 years, something like that. So just talk a little bit about those experiences. But I'm also interested to know, obviously, are you interested in me talking about this kind of thing, or are there things that you would find more interesting? Please leave comments. And I know I seem to have someone that maybe watches all my videos and always puts a thumb down on all of them. That's fine, but I'd love it if you provide some context. What is it you didn't like about the video? Maybe it just wasn't for you, but some constructive feedback would help me get better, so that would be really helpful. Just talking about the solar stuff, I don't know if you guys have seen this week that the UK government has kind of proposed that, I think it's in end of August this year, they will be increasing VAT from 5% to 20% on solar renewable products due to some EU legislation. So I really think that kind of sucks, especially because they've abolished the feed-in tariff and they haven't confirmed yet the replacement. So if you currently have solar and you're not on FIT and you're exporting, you're not really getting paid for any of it. I'm not purposely trying to plug Octopus Go, but I will, I guess. Not Octopus Go, just Octopus Energy in general. Someone mentioned to me recently on Twitter that Octopus Energy actually have an export tariff for solar. So I'll put a link to that on the screen now, so you can go and look at that. So perhaps if you have solar and you're not eligible for a feed-in tariff, that might be something for you to consider. I don't really know too much about it, but I'm really happy with Octopus as an energy company so far. And here comes my plug piece. If you're looking at moving to another electricity and gas provider, if you use the link that's in the description, both you and I will get £50 credit upon signing up. So everyone is a winner. So I think that kind of generally covers most of the things that I've got planned. I really continue to enjoy doing these videos, and I just need to find more time to do them. I'm also trying to finish off some of my other studies. There's another hypnotherapy related qualification that I started last year that I need to pull my finger out and finish the coursework on that. I'm also trying to make more conscious effort to read some more books, and also some of the finance stuff that none of you have asked about, so I'm not going to talk too much about it unless anyone's interested, because obviously I'm not a financial expert, but how I'm looking to try and save and invest money smartly so that at some point in the future, hopefully before I'm old and decrepit, I will be able to retire. And I think that's they're the main things that I'm trying to do. Also trying to get back into kind of the mentalism and illusion stuff that I really enjoy doing. So that's another thing that I've not really probably spoken too much about on this channel, but again, something else that I'm interested in, and kind of 8 years, or just prior to 8 years ago, is something I used to do quite regularly, would be street mentalism, street hypnosis and stuff before I had kids. So I'm trying to look to kind of brush up on my skills a little bit and that, and kind of get back into these things that bring me joy kind of outside of work, and perhaps in the future may provide alternative income. So that's it, I think. Oh, and the only other thing that I did talk about previously, I did decide to take the plunge and get myself one of the new Apple Watches, because I have an opportunity on getting one of those from America, so it's a little bit cheaper, over £100 cheaper in fact. So probably this time next month I will be wearing that and can tell you kind of my experiences with it, because it's got the ECG stuff and other things. So even though it might not look like it, I'm interested in some health stuff recently, so maybe that'll give me a bit more paranoia to motivate me into kind of getting a bit more exercise again. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.